so it all comes down to a proper understanding of the evidence. People say that it takes a lot of faith to believe in creation. But if you're willing to look at the facts, and when you're honest enough to look at the fossils and the chemistry and the geology and the rest, and then consider what they really mean, I think your theory, Professor Malcolm, the whole notion of evolution, that all of this just suddenly happened, I think it takes a lot more to believe that than creation. Thank you.
Very well, Dr. Hansen. You may have won this round. A few feel-good fossil stories and you've got all these amateurs eating right out of your hand. But you and I both know that no serious scientist puts any stock whatsoever in all this creation nonsense.
Professor, you saw the evidence for yourself, and so did everyone who's here.
Fairy tales, wishful thinking, sentimental, traditional romanticism maybe, but evidence? Do you want to talk about evidence? Very well, Dr. Hansen. I propose a challenge.
A challenge? What kind of a challenge?
A $1 million challenge. Now, I suppose you know that, well, I'm independently wealthy.
Well, actually, no, I didn't.
Well, I am, all right? Now, I challenge you to come back here 30 days from today with evidence, real evidence, that we'll put in front of a panel of real experts. Now, if the experts conclude that your creation evidence is stronger than my evolution evidence, I will give you $1 million.
Professor Malcolm, this is not about money. It's about...
I don't really care what it's about. For you, give the money away. Use it for research, whatever you like. But first, you'll have to earn it. And if you don't, I'll have the satisfaction of knowing that, well, I'm right and you're nothing but a wild-eyed radical, not nearly the scientist and scholar that, well, I am. So what do you say?
Well, I don't know that I... You think we should? All right, then. I accept.
I need some water here. I'm about to perspire. Water! Oh. Thank you.
Are you, all right?
Actually, I'm Marty Fishbein.
Marty?
Fishbein, your new intern from the college.
My intern?
Yes, And I must say, it's a pleasure being with you on your dig, Dr. Hanson. Yes, sir. A real honor.
Well, to tell you the truth, I could use the help. You know, I had asked for an intern, and they told me the budget was too tight.
Maybe they
so...
wanted it to be a surprise.
And it is. And it's a good one. So, you're a graduate student.
Well, I will be next term. I just kind of have one more final exam to pass.
Well, I'm glad you're aboard. You must be tired.
Oh, I'm extremely tired.
Well, why don't you pitch your tent right next to mine over here, and after you've had a good night's rest, well, we'll get a fresh start in the morning.
Let's see here. Assembly instructions for Acme Easy Pitch Tent. Oh, this should be easy. Let me see, Paul. Insert pole A, that would be this, into slot B. Slot B. Where'd they forgot to pack the slots. Now, where? Oh, let me see. So slot hole B A. Now, let me see. This goes in. Okay, and then put it in here like this. And then this goes in here like this. And then like this hole B A. No, here like this. And then like the hole.
You need any help out there?
Oh, no, Dr. Hanson, I can handle it. I've almost got it.
Okay. Call me if you need anything.
Oh, sure, I will. Okay, thanks. Let me see, where was I? Over here. Wait a minute. Where's the poles?
Marty.
What? I didn't do it.
Marty, are you in there?
Huh? I'm getting up, Dr. Hanson. Right away. I'm getting up. As soon as I can get out of here, I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm coming. See, I'm stuck in the... But I'm okay, though. I found the door. I'm okay. There's nothing like a good night's sleep. And that was nothing like a good night's sleep. I'm so stiff I can hardly bend over. I must have slept wrong.
Marty.
Huh?
Come here.
Oh, okay, Dr. Hanson, sure.
Yeah, turn around.
Oh, yeah, right away, Dr. Hanson. Yeah,
Marty,
what?
what is this?
What's what? Oh, that would be pole A. I was looking for this all night.
You better get your gear together. We've got a long day's work ahead of us.
Oh, a long day's work, a long, hard night. To mess him up. Yeah, Professor? Yeah, it's me. I'm out here. Yeah, we're headed for the dig site in a few minutes. He doesn't suspect a thing. No, I'm just blending into the background. Yeah, I'm not attracting any attention. I know what I have to do. Yeah, gotta go. Call you later. Bye. What's hot today? What I wouldn't give for a nice cold.
Soda?
Oh, well, thank you, but
You look thirsty.
Hi, children. So glad you could be with us. Marty, these young scientists are part of our Summer Creation Kids Club. They've come to help us with our search and, well, to learn at the same time. Kids, this is Marty, my college intern.
Hi.
Listen, we got a lot of work to do, so what do you say we all dig in?
Aww. I think I'll be able to get this bone dug out today.
That's not a bone, it's a stone.
Leave me alone. It looks like a bone.
Well, maybe it's some kind of clone of a bone.
A clone of a bone? You're making me groan.
There's no need to argue in that kind of tone.
He's right. Why don't one of you just ask the doc if that thing in the ground is a bone or a rock?
So what do you say, Dr. Hanson? Are these things stones or bones?
Well, actually, you're both right.
See, I told you.
So you're saying dinosaurs had stones for bones?
Well, not exactly. But you see, at one time, that was a bone, and now it's a stone.
How did that happen?
You want to take that one, Marty?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. See, one time there was this big dinosaur, and it came here and laid down to rest. And then, bang! Massive coronary. It died on the spot. And it laid here for a few thousand years while the sand built up all
Excuse
over
me,
it.
Marty. That is a really nice explanation.
Oh, thank you.
But is wrong.
Well, of course, but what? Wrong?
Right.
Right?
No, wrong.
Wrong?
Right. Let me explain.
Confused.
All right. Now, you see, if this animal had laid out here exposed for a long period of time, like you say, well, the bones would have eventually rotted away. For this animal to become a fossil, it would have had to been buried under a huge amount of water and mud just instantly, just to protect it from the scavengers and all the bacteria and oxygen that would have destroyed it. Now, in the mud, there were certain minerals like silica and calcite and pyrite. They were dissolved in the water. Now, when the water soaked into the bone and the bony material started to decay, then the minerals in the water replaced the materials in the bone, one molecule at a time, until it became hard as a rock. So, it started out as a bone, but now it's a stone in the exact shape of a bone.
Wow, that's cool.
Combine 10 gallons of water to 60 pounds of sediment. Add a packet of chemicals and minerals. Mix thoroughly. Add 1 dent plant or animal. Cover and apply pressure. And let set for a few years.
Hey, what you doing?
Making a fossil?
I hope you don't mind if I don't hang around till you're done, because I got plans for the next million years or so.
It doesn't take that long.
Oh, it does too.
Does not.
Does too.
Does not.
Does too.
Does not!
Oh, get real.
But Dr. Hansen said that...
Now, trust me, fossils are millions of years old.
Who taught you that, Marty?
Well, Professor everybody knows that. It's common knowledge.
Well, it's a common mistake, usually shared by those who have decided to believe in evolution, no matter what the evidence says.
Huh?
Look, first of all, nothing on the Earth is millions of years old because the Earth itself isn't millions of years old.
Yeah, right.
And second, I've got a do-it-yourself fossil right here.
No way.
Yeah, well, you see, not long ago, some folks were exploring an old abandoned mine. When they got to the bottom of the mine, they found this. It's a piece of timber that was supporting the old mine shaft. When the people exploring the mine reached down and picked it up, well, they couldn't believe what they had found. Petrified wood. This piece of wood had been sitting in the water and the muck at the bottom of the mine shaft, and it had turned to stone. Sure, it helps to have pressure and some heat, but it is not necessary. With just the right amounts of water and mud, under the right conditions, it can happen quickly.
Wow, that's cool. Okay, we got it. A lot of water, a lot of mud, but not a lot of time.
Well, quick fossils. That's ridiculous. I've been studying this stuff for years, and nobody ever told me that all you need is a little water and water and mud. Oh, no. No, all he had was a few fossils. Some of this and a little bit of that, but he's got some weird ideas about how fossils are formed, Professor.
Don't pay any attention to his outlandish opinions. Remember, Marty, he's, well, shall we say, scientifically challenged.
Yeah, well, By the way, we do know for sure that fossils take millions of years to form, don't we?
We find fossils in rocks, right?
Right?
Well, we know the rocks are millions of years old, so therefore the fossils must be millions of years old. But why do you ask?
'Cause of the wood.
The wood?
From the mine.
What does this have to do with anything?
Well, Dr. Hansen had some wood from a mine that was petrified in just a few years. He said it proves that...
It proves nothing.
Well, for a minute there, it just started to make a lot of sense to me.
Listen, are you going to let yourself be swayed by every sensible opinion that comes along, or are you going to stick with what I taught you? Now, listen, Marty, you watch and you call me if you find something that matters.
Yeah, okay, Professor. Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.
Marty,
Huh? What?
if you're done practicing your rock climbing, you might want to eat your dinner before we go back to work, okay?
Okay, Dr. Hansen. I was just getting the hang of that, and hey, I forgot to pack dinner.
All right, everyone. Time to continue our search.
What are we searching for exactly?
Yeah, that's a good question, Brian. We're looking for an out-of-place fossil.
Oh, is that like when you catch Grandpa watching Sesame Street?
Well, come to think of it, no.
Oh.
It's nothing like that at all. It has to do with those layers that you were talking about yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the geologic column.
What's that?
You see, Tiffany, people who believe in evolution say that these layers of rocks stacked up in a certain order over millions of years. Kind of like this. Now, rock layers like these are found all over the world. Now, most of the time, they only find 2 or 3 layers in any one place. Still, geologists organized them into this column that's supposed to represent the order in which they were laid down.
Let's see. 600 million years.
That's a bad date, Marty.
Ah, now you tell me.
But Dr. Hansen, that chart says that these fossils are millions of years old. How do they know that?
Because they know how old the rocks are.
So how do they know how old the rocks are?
By the fossils.
Then how do they know how old the fossils are?
By the rocks.
It's like my dog chasing its tail.
Come on, haven't you ever heard of radioisotope dating?
I don't care who you go out with. I just want to know how old the rocks are.
No, Brian. Radioisotope dating is just one of the methods that scientists have come up with to try and explain how old the rocks are. But there's so many problems with their methods, they're not reliable. Now, one of the problems is, you see these plants and animals and the way they're arranged in a certain order? Well, you see, some people say that life started out down here in this form, and then it changed to this form, and then to this form, until eventually we humans got here.
So they're saying we turned from clams into man?
Well, in a manner of speaking, yes, that's exactly what they're saying.
How did they come up with that?
Because if the fossils were laid down in that order, they had to have evolved in that order. From clams to man, just like the chart says.
But Marty, there's something that the chart doesn't tell you.
Oh, what's that?
See, how do you explain if you find clams way down here,
Yeah?
then you find them again way up here?
Slow learners?
Well, every once in a while, a fossil shows up in a layer of rocks where the theory of evolution says it shouldn't be. So that's what we're looking for, an out-of-place fossil.
Yay!
And I tell you, that ridge right up here in this rock cliff looks like a perfect place to find one. Now, Marty's volunteered to climb up there and look for us. You kids are going to have to hold the rope while he climbs. Can you do that?
Sure, Dr. Hansen.
All right. Now listen, I'm going to walk around the long way, and I'll meet Marty at the top, okay? Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, Marty, you can start climbing. Don't worry about a thing. We've got you covered.
Me worry? Are you kidding? I laugh in the face of danger. Whoa! Well, okay, maybe not right in the face of danger. Maybe somewhere in the upper torso. Oh, this is higher than I thought.
Ice cream! Oh, and a fudge. Give me a snow cone.
Okay, take a little slack out, kids. That's it. Wait a minute, kids. Wait, that's a little too much slack.
okay? Marty.
What happened?
Marty. Wow. Look at kids. Marty found exactly what I was looking for. Come on. Let's take it back to camp.
Well,
Good job, Marty.
yeah.
You made quite an impression on me.
Looks like you made one on the ground, too.
Oh,
Come on, let's get back to camp.
Discovery? What kind of discovery?
well, it was right on the tip of my tongue.
You mean you can't remember?
No, it was actually on the tip of my tongue, but we managed to get it loose.
What it are you talking about? What did he find?
Well, he called it an out-of-phase fossil or something like that.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, he says it'll make the geological column come tumbling down.
I wonder if he just might have stumbled onto something.
Well, what are you talking about? I thought you said the whole creation theory was full of holes.
Well, it is, Marty, it is, but you can see how these little flights of fancy stir up confusion, can't you?
Well, I guess.
Yes, of course you do. Now, see, what we need is a little demonstration of our own.
Well, what do you mean, Professor?
All right, Marty, here's what you do now. You'll have to work fast. There's precious little time before daylight.
Huh?
First, what you'll have to do...
What's this about?
What does it look like?
Wow, look what Marty did.
I didn't know you were a sculptor.
I have all kinds of hidden talents.
And you hid them so well, too.
Oh, thank you.
Marty, what prompted all of this?
Well, I was poking around last night, Dr. Hansen, and I made a major find of my own.
You found all of this last night?
No, not all. But I found enough of it to piece it together from the parts.
Which parts?
The crucial parts.
And those would be?
Well, actually, they would be one. This one right here. But according to my research, you know, I think it's Velociraptor, definitely dino, probably the metacarpal, you know, probably late Cretaceous period.
Very interesting. But I'd have to say drumstick. Original recipe, middle lunch period.
It's a chicken bone?
I'm afraid so.
You mean it's a Kentucky Fried fake?
Well, maybe I didn't start out with such a colossal fossil, but check this dude out. He looks like the real McCoy to me.
How can you be so sure?
Well, I have lots of books with lots of pictures. You can see for yourself, Dr. Hansen.
Those aren't pictures, they're drawings.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, a drawing is an artist's concept based on a scientist's idea of what a pile of bones might look like if they were all put together again. That may be right or it may not. And a picture is a photograph taken by someone who was actually there.
Yeah, but I don't...
Hey, Marty, want to roast some marshmallows?
Don't worry, marshmallows don't have bones.
Give him a break, guys. Hey, Marty, come on. Sit with us.
Thanks, Dr. Hansen. I love marshmallows, especially roasted ones.
So, Dr. Hansen, how did dinosaurs die and become fossils?
Aha!
What?
2 things I know. First, I know the answer to your question. And second,
Yes?
my marshmallows are on fire!
Okay, Marty, we're listening.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, there was like this, this huge asteroid, and it's going, and then the Earth moved right in the way, and bam, the asteroid, and it killed most of the dinosaurs, and then the dust from the, and it killed the rest of them, and that's how it happened.
He's wrong, isn't he?
Now, let me put it this way, Marty. Whoever told you about that asteroid theory, were they there?
What?
Were they there to see it all in person?
Well, of course not. I mean, it happened a long time ago. I mean,
Then how can you or the scientists who teach it know for sure?
well, but you weren't there either.
No, but I know someone who was.
You do?
Absolutely. I know someone who was there when the world began. Someone who was there when the first man drew his first breath. Someone who was there when the fossils were made. Not only did he see it happen, but he kept sort of a journal.
You mean it's written down somewhere?
Yes, and I know where.
Wow, if that's true, that's the most incredible discovery there's ever been. You'll win the contest for sure. Professor Malcolm will be totally... I mean, do you have it hidden somewhere? I mean, is it, like, buried?
No, I have a copy right here.
Where anybody could get their hands on it?
Relax, Marty. It's the Bible.
Hey, that's good thinking. Hide it in the Bible. Nobody'd think to look for it there.
No, Marty, it is the Bible. And the someone I was talking about was God. See, he wrote everything down in his word, right from the very beginning. Here in the book of Genesis, he tells us how he created everything. And how he had to send a huge flood that covered the entire earth because of man's wickedness. We refer to it as the great flood of Noah's day.
Noah and the ark? But that's just a story.
And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters were increased and bore up the ark, and it was lifted above the earth, and every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven. And they were destroyed from the earth, and only Noah remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. What did I tell you it takes to make fossils?
Buried quickly, lots of water, and lots of mud.
And that's why all the bones are mixed up together? And why some fossils are out of place?
And since it doesn't take very long to make a fossil...
It all fits. The great flood of Noah's day is what makes sense out of the fossils. It's evidence of God's judgment, not evidence of evolution.
And it's been written down the whole time. All that homework. All that research. And he never told me.
Who never told you?
No, Brian, let him go.
God wanted me to know. Why else would he write it all down? It's all evidence of the flood, and it's been staring me in the face. I get it now.
Hello?
He's got you, Professor.
Marty, is that you? What are you talking about?
You're toast. You better start writing the check. The story you told me isn't true. And you never told me that the story you told me wasn't even the whole story. Hanson's been right all along. And he has the evidence.
Pull yourself together, Marty. What evidence?
You gotta love this, Professor. He's got an eyewitness.
Well, you've been out in the sun too long. That's impossible.
Guess again. I've seen the evidence. In writing.
Whatever it is, Marty, it can be explained, but you have to get it for me. Do you understand me, Marty? You have to get it. That's why I sent you on this silly expedition in the first place. Now, don't let me down, or your chances of graduating vanish here and now.
Actually, Professor, your evidence for evolution just vanished. I'm out here in the field looking at some hard evidence, not sitting in your classroom. And what I see doesn't make any sense of what you taught me. And you never told me there were problems with your theories of evolution. Goodbye, Professor.
But Marty, wait, listen to me. Marty!
I know Professor Malcolm. You can kiss your diploma goodbye.
How long have you known?
Well, long enough to know that you had a tough decision to make. But you did it right.
I did?
Marty, I'm proud to have you on my team.
You are?
Come on. We got marshmallows waiting at the campfire.
Yeah, and mine ought to be just about done with that delicate taste of charcoal.
Yeah, come on.
Good henchmen are so hard to find these days. Guess if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Miss Jones? Yes, I'll be leaving immediately. Take any messages while I'm gone.
Marty, you better get your gear packed. The plane won't wait.
Do I have to, Dr. Hanson? I just got my tent looking really good, and I don't know if I can ever get it this way again.
But Marty, don't you want to see if the rumors are true?
Oh, are you sure? A real live dinosaur?
Yeah, but think of the impact it'd have if we find him. A dinosaur living at the same time as man. I'd like to see Professor Malcolm's panel experts deal with that. It'd sure take a bite out of the case for evolution.
Oh, yeah, or take a bite out of me.
Ah, nonsense. You'll be fine. Besides, since you're no longer Professor Malcolm's intern, well, you're going to need a job.
Yeah.
I got just enough grant money to hire me an assistant.
Let me see. Excitement and adventure, or poverty and starvation. That's a hard choice.
Get your gear packed, Marty. I want to make sure we cleaned up the dig site.
Okay, if I have to, I have to. All right, I'll see you later. I'll pack up and then we'll go. And you're going, but I'll pack up and then, okay, go pack up. Dr. Hanson, wait for me! Wait for me!
Next time on the Creation Adventure series.
If you put a T-Rex on the Ark, it would be the only thing left alive to get off.
You wouldn't happen to be heading for...
Our secret destination in the Congo.
Exactly.
Dr. Hanson, are these the best seats available?
They're the only seats available, Marty!
In search of
Makili Mabembe.
Oh, yeah, what a ridiculous name for a dinosaur. A dinosaur?
Oh, how do you pronounce that again?
Something like a mocha java con leche?
Suppose we find Mokili, and he's, well, hungry.
Yeah, for something tender and fresh, like
Us.
I guess I'm a little nervous.
Well, if he's not there, he obviously must be someplace else.
Casting off! Oh, it's happening again.
Yes, imagine that.
What a coincidence. I still say that's a silly name for a dinosaur. And I think for him, I don't know what to say. Here we come, ukulele M&M Boney.
That's, Mokele Mabembe.
And don't you forget it. Whoa, oops, sorry, Dr. Hanson.